Hi, and today we're going to be discussing the full moon in Taurus. That's going to be happening on November 12th. So the full moon will be in Taurus, opposite the Sun in Scorpio and Mercury retrograde, and it's trine Pluto, this full moon. So firstly, when the moon is full, it affects every single one of us. It doesn't matter if you're a Taurus. That's the key thing. You don't need to be a Taurus. Also, you could have Taurus placements in your birth chart at some point. So it affects you. We align to everything, all the stars, moon, sun, and you're connected to everything. So listen to this video to understand how this full moon will be impacting the collective, which is all of us. Taurus is the second house. So it rules resources. That's what it rules, internal and external resources. When you think resources, you think of your internal resources and your external resources, which is your internals, the things that you need within in order to feel supported for your external, which is your finances, your home, your house, your car, your luxuries, the things that make you feel good, those nice pair of shoes, whatever it may be, those are external resources. Internal is how we feel within. So our internal support. And so this full moon will be a lot about your self-worth. Because your self-worth really reflects those things. Your self-worth really reflects your relationships and also where you are sitting with your finances and all your other pursuits. So how do we rectify this? What do we do? How do we release? How do we engage and connect and actually work with this full moon energy for the greater good? Firstly, we need to look at our self-worth and realize that we are currently in Mercury retrograde, meaning that we've probably experienced a lot of conflict, harsh words, truths, things, feeling hurt, feeling all these things that come up in Mercury retrograde. It's in Scorpio, the season of death and transformation through letting go and releasing. Trine Pluto. Pluto is all about now breaking down and transformation. And it's so deeply important that I emphasize now is the time to cleanse and clear relationships, finances, in the sense of what you're actually giving your energy to that you don't really want to be giving your energy to, and so forth. Because by the time January comes and Saturn and Pluto come together, there's going to be a big release going on. So if you're feeling pushed a bit, if you're feeling that you're going through some trying times, you're not alone. Every single body is going through it. All of us on planet Earth, through this collective energy, are feeling this energy pushing us for 2020, a year of self-mastery, because the master year, which is interesting because the full moon is on the 12th of November, but the 11th of November, 11/11, is a master day, self-mastery. It's a day of manifestation. It's a day for inspiration, new beginnings, and ideas. So we will be feeling an influx of energy coming towards us on that day through that vibration, where we'll feel inspired, where we'll manifest. So it's a good day to watch your thoughts. You don't want to be manifesting the things you don't really want right now. That's not what you want to do. And you know what's powerful I find about that? If you have ever had the opportunity to come in contact with a Taurus, or anyone that's a Sun, Moon, Venus, Mercury, Taurus, that Taurian energy, or even where their nodes are in Taurus, they have the ability to manifest. Like, say whatever, whether it be positive or negative. Manifest don't mean, no. It means whatever you say, do, or think and give your energy towards will actually come about. So they actually are really, really good with this. And their full moon is just the day before. It's the day after. The 11th is the master day, master 11, master yourself. Number one, you bring yourself into alignment, release, cleanse, Let go of anything or any situation or even people that are not aligning to your divine truth. And then we have the Taurus full moon. And let's get back to the element of self-worth and what it really means. So self-worth is how we feel within ourselves. Do we feel we are deserving? Do we feel we are deserving of the relationships we want? Do we feel we are deserving of the career choices we're making? Do we feel we are deserving of the finances that we want to basically attain? All of those aspects. So the aspect of doubt comes in. So here's how self-worth will play out in your relationship if basically you're at the moment having low self-worth. So you'd be in a relationship, for instance, and this person that you are supporting or giving to and giving to and giving to, and you're just being there for, and then you're like asking yourself, God, I feel like this person's just not, giving it back. Whether it's a friendship, family member, love relationship, all relationships reflect your self-worth. So you're just dishing it out, support, love, all those things. And you're not receiving it in return. You're just not. You just feel like depleted. I'm just here helping you. And then you even feel this person kind of maybe even becoming difficult towards you. Harsh, meanness, nastiness, all the unpleasantries. And when this starts happening, it's a reflection of our self-worth. Did we set the boundaries? And did we say no when we were tired? Did we allow this individual to be truly responsible for themselves? Because you can't expect someone to be responsible for themselves if you're taking responsibility for them. You just can't. And then you can't be truly responsible for yourself if you are being so responsible for somebody else. So all of those things where you are overcompensating or putting yourself in situations where you're compromising your self-worth, where, say for instance, the person does something that you don't agree with, and really it's not in alignment with your authentic self. You don't express yourself. You just like, oh no, I'm just going to compromise here and not say anything just to avoid this conflict. Guess what? Bigger conflicts start arising because you didn't allow this opportunity to express yourself. Taurus, the throat chakra, expression. Regardless, you don't have to be mean and harsh about it. You're just going to purely just state your feelings. And it is a difficult time being Mercury in retrograde to do this. But these are the things with the Taurus moon that we actually, full moon, that we actually have to take into consideration. It's a time where we actually look at how much have we been helping, how much have we been giving, what have we been giving of our space, time, energy, thoughts, and are we being receptive to receive? And so that is what we're working with in our relationship dynamic, is to actually see in reflection to our self-worth if I'm the only one carrying this. So that's relationships, co-workers, any relationship, not just love, it's all relationships. So that's a reflection of your self-worth in your relationships where you're being rejected even. Rejection. So you're being rejected by this person. Then that's a moment for you to actually look, what is okay, what is not okay, how do I express myself, and how much do I tolerate? All of that is very important with this full moon. Betrayal, rejection. This person is showing you a part of themselves, and you need to be very, very open and honest with your inner self if it is acceptable or not, and create the boundary so that you don't continue living in the same pattern. Release. Full moons, very important time to release. Very important time. When the moon is full, we release, we let go, we surrender. We feel our emotions very strongly. It's a time of great intuition. And with great intuition comes responsibility for us actually acknowledging how we are feeling within. Now, when it comes to our finances, that has a lot to do with your self-worth. It shows your self-worth, because if you have a dream, just an inspiration or something that you want to do and fulfill within your life path, and you get distracted, television, friends, going out, every single thing that you can think of, you're basically not giving attention to the things that you want. You are breaking promises to yourself, and that affects your self-worth. Every time you set a goal, you need to actively be a part of that goal. You can't set the goal and step aside. You can't set the goal and compromise. How does that make any sense? If I have a goal that this is what I want to do, but then I see I need to help my loved one and I compromise to my detriment, meaning that I now feel I'm completely off my path towards my goal, it's not going to help. You cannot do that. You cannot be in the job or in a situation just to make somebody else happy. You cannot be in the line of work in order to make somebody else happy or make that choice. So what do you do to increase your self-worth there? Acknowledge those feelings. Acknowledge where you compromised. Acknowledge the feelings of how you grew up that led to that compromise. Maybe your thought patterning, like, oh no, this is what we do in this household. See, Taurus, family, it also rules like family structure, because it's all about that inner resources. Where do our inner resources come from? It comes from our family structure and basically the patterns, good or bad, that they shared with us for us to work through. So you'll be working through them, and that will be part and parcel of actually looking at your career path, of where you've sacrificed, where you've compromised to a point where you've actually made yourself unhappy. Now, there's no like, I'm unhappy, that's that. This is the power for you to change that with this full moon and acknowledge those feelings, honor those feelings, and manifest what you want to do. And you might be saying, oh, Zara, what you're saying sounds so easy. It might not be. But we all go through it. There's no one that's not felt at one point in their time that they've not had the support that they wish they had to accomplish the goal that they wanted to do. So in that time, where do we draw the strength from? We draw it from a higher power. That's where we draw it, where we actually say, no, this is what I want to do. Even if it's part-time, even if it's an hour a day, this is my goal and this is what I'm going to work towards. I'm sacrificing some of my time, my energy, my connecting to a higher power to ask for this to manifest in my life through actually taking the time for self and putting that energy into where we want to go. So that's your self-worth and your finances. It's actually looking at how you investing your time, where you're compromising, and what negative self-beliefs, like I can't do it. I have a fear of failure. If you have a fear of failure, acknowledge the failure. Acknowledge that we all fail, but what do? We try again. Every day we try. Every day we go through challenges. Every day we go through experiences. But do we stop living or experiencing? No, we keep doing it because it's a learning experience. And that's the beauty of life. That's how it works with all of its ups and downs and twists and turns. And when you face a challenge and actually honor your inner self and realize, I can do this. As difficult as it may be, it shall pass and it'll get lighter and I'll work through it. You will actually see the gift at the end of the challenge. There's been plenty of times where I've had challenges and I was like, oh my gosh, how am I going to do this? How am I going to work through it? How am I going to move through it? And I actually sat with it, felt how I was feeling, let go of the feeling, and worked on something else, and an inspiration came to me, or someone spoke to me and gave me the answer. It came. The answers always come. So trust with this full moon, the answers shall come. And thank you for watching the full moon video.